Tabern taking his chance, and John Part should have been back to just 6-5 behind.
Game on.
Mark that leg down. Could be absolutely crucial.
Yes, and Tabern knows he's halfway home there now, and a really lumpy old attempt at the doubles for Part, just when we thought he was getting back into it. But as we mentioned, Tabern is tenacious. He's terrier-like.
58.
Part will be,
60.
quite frankly, livid with himself. Having fought his way back from 6-0 down, he dominated that leg. 3 clean darts again at double 16, just like he missed in the opening leg of the match, and he blobbed out again.
Well, it is impossible to try and analyse the inconsistency. Neither player can really seem to get into a consistent groove, and Tabern's not throwing particularly well at this juncture. Having started, having made a getaway, you could say. And look at that dart from Part.
It's been a strange match, hasn't it?
45.
Those 3 darts, John Part looked as though he was throwing from about 8'6".
I think, to be honest with you, he's still brooding over that last leg and those missed doubles. And
95.
John Part doesn't normally let things like that bother him. But what a chance he had yet again.
Just for the uninitiated, I should explain that the normal throwing mark is 7'9¼ and what my reference was,
96.
because he was dropping short, it looked like he was throwing from a further distance back. Does that make sense, Stuart?
I believe you.
140.
They had a competition here before this event to throw from a lengthier distance, and it was Russell Bray, the referee, who I think hit a ball from 10 foot.
Yeah.
That was a really guided missile.
Yeah. And it was actually on the front here at Blackpool when it was blowing a gale. I think everyone's been teasing Russ because nobody really believes it was skill. It was more hit and hope.
46.
There's been a lot of hitting and hoping in this match. But for another leg for Tabern, it's 8-4. And John Part again has it all to do. Pendulum has swung one way, then the other. Now it's back in Tabern's favour.
He has been deadly over there on 18s, 16s and 8s, Tabern. And Part, who had picked up the pieces, now has another recovery job to attempt.
140.
Well, Part's average 88, not good enough at this stage
100.
of a major competition. Simple as that.
Tells its own story, and only a 16% checkout success rate. It's a lackluster performance by the Canadian.
$190.
3 now for Part, and it's the 180s against the throw that he wants. Could this be a 180 against the throw?
181 for John Part. There are Star Wars figures in the crowd. John Part really needs the force to be with him. Otherwise, he could be in real trouble here.
134.
That's been the best aspect of his performance this afternoon. He's been terrific on those cover shots on the treble 19. The rest of his game has been
60.
poor by comparison.
John, you require 47.
Well, he knows what he wants here. 15 for double 16. He hasn't been quite so effective over here. And having said that, he probably makes us all look like idiots with a perfect finish.
14 flag Allen to throw first. Game on.
But, you know, Tabern only needs to hold his throw now. Still 3 in front. And Part knows
100.
it's got to be a throw breaker. And possibly a heartbreaker.
96.
Tabern maybe on the verge of becoming a full-time pro on the darts circuit. He's telling me
100.
perhaps needs one major sponsor to help him along the way. He's got the talent, on the verge of the top 10 in the world and on the verge of putting out the world champion here in Blackpool, but this is good from Part.
140.
Yes, Part really making a surge here to try and take this leg against the throw. He knows he really needs to win these next two legs.
100.
Those are the double table. Well, Tabern infinitely the more superior and impressive percentage, as you can see.
$95.
And he's 170, and now he is thinking. He's got his real calculating cap on now.
Pull the dart there, Tabern.
130. John, you require 170.
This might just ignite. Another recovery from John Part, 170. It's the top shot. That's 1/3 of the way home. Another one would leave him the ball. Oh, you can see how close it was.
105.
We'll watch for treble 13 here
71.
from Tabern. Not often we see the 13s brought into the play, but here, a treble 13 would leave double 16. Still wants 13 to leave double top, Stuart.
Yeah, 53 left for Tabern. And John Part hovering, waiting and hoping to see him miss. One dart at tops. Now then,
31.
Part has a chance again
John, you
to
requires
make
65.
amends for a woeful display so far on the doubles.
Okay, 7 for double 4. Oof,
57.
that's a long way away, wasn't it?
And then you require 40.
And Tabern's daughter looking on anxiously. Dan makes it 9-5.
14 flag.
And another leg closer to the quarterfinals.
15 flag, John to
That
throw
was the
first.
finish that gave
Game on.
Alan Tabern 4-leg advantage, and the clock is ticking down for the world champion, who honestly admitted he hasn't really done himself justice since winning the world championship at Alexandra Palace.
109.
Maximum number 4 for the Canadian. $140. A brilliant maximum, a slack dart, a good recovery, and another
121.
good dart. Just about sums up the afternoon so far for John Part.
You see, if Tabern is a calculating player, he will know that
140.
this leg isn't quite so critical. If he just holds his throw, then he is home and host. He's
If
not
he-
that far behind here either.
Great stuff from
120.
John Part.
There's 2 in the ball. If you want a question of scale, it's about the size of a polo mint.
137.
What a leg from both players.
John, you require
Both of them
80.
here are sitting on 11 darters. This could be a massive leg. 11 darter for John Parr. Pressure on here to hang on in there.
70.
And as you say, this would really be a killer dinner
84.
if Tabern, who's hung on here against the darts, John Part had a chance of an 11-dart finish, 84. Now, double 12, he's been deadly on this side of the board, and he is again, and that's a critically important victory in that leg for Tabern, who is now 10-5 up and just 3 away from victory, and all John Part can do is ponder.